A major development tonight after an ABC News invitation were the most common Thai gradual on highway across that country. This image shows how there are support to work a pickup by rolling down the road. There the gradual is suffering the impact, but many now agreeing this is how some of them really work. Peeling many years ago in Stanley lawsuit agreeing with clearing consequences. And tonight the new test then wouldn't let us in without camera, so we team up with our San Antonio station KSAT to fly overhead and watch this day. See hey it ABC is cheap. Invitation corresponding Berlin lost tonight. Report covering the gradual real safe test at this sector take were prohibited for taking and picture. You got no phone getting device with college but working. We our ABC station in San Antonio because it in all tape from the air in the first 7 tests and different high. The gradual test on April to part with minimal demos to the test vehicle, but this egg and final test head on at 62 miles per and much different without a dangerous fairly according to the U.S. Senator who demand this test. That final video is absolutely the hideous shocking damage done to the driver's side. Support did not happen. The company say it is too soon to call it a failure. You cannot judge a cat test by picture you are got away to all. The data is in until it is analyzed. The gradual have to pass all a test to be considered safe by federal standard, and Tacit said there is this not. It looked up it in feedback allowed it extend with some the cats were seeing in real world look like. The test come in the wake up a lot a serious and sometimes fatal accident involving gradual fall. By design, the head for the gradual in support to answer the impact and create the rally, but a sub-failure lawsuit against the manufacturer brought by a competitor called the gradual were modified by Justin to save a few dollars. This phrase is a classic failure training them it to dangerous highway at last.
A major development tonight after an ABC News investigation, one of the most common types of guardrails on highways across this country. These images show how they are supposed to work. A pickup barreling down the road there, the guardrail absorbing the impact. But many now arguing this is how some of them really work, piercing many vehicles instead, countless lawsuits arguing with deadly consequences. And tonight, the new tests. They wouldn't let us in with our cameras, so we teamed up with our San Antonio station, KSAT, to fly overhead. And what did they see? Here's ABC's chief investigative correspondent Brian Ross tonight.
Reporters covering the guardrail safety test at this Texas track were prohibited from taking any pictures.
You've got no phones or recording devices with you, correct?
But working with our ABC station in San Antonio, we caught it all on tape from the air. In the first 7 tests, at different heights and angles, the guardrails passed or appeared to pass with minimal damage to the test vehicle. But this 8th and final test, head-on at 62 miles per hour, had a much different result, a dangerous failure, according to the U.S. Senator who demanded these tests.
That final video is absolutely hideously shocking. The damage done to the driver's side is supposed to not happen.
The company says it's too soon to call it a failure.
You cannot judge a crash test by pictures. You've got to wait till all the data is in, until it's analyzed.
The guardrails have to pass all 8 tests to be considered safe by federal standards, and critics say they did not.
It locked up and it flipped around. This is exactly what some of the crashes we're seeing in real world look like.
The tests come in the wake of a rash of serious and sometimes fatal accidents involving guardrails.
I've lost my legs in a wreck.
By design, the head of the guardrail is supposed to absorb the impact and curl the rail away. But a successful lawsuit against the manufacturer, brought by a competitor, alleged the guardrails were modified by just an inch to save a few dollars.
This failed. This is a classic failure.
Turning them into dangerous highway hazards.